Hello everyone, welcome back to the game room. This is kind of our annual tour here. This is the tour for 2023, and there's been a lot of changes that have happened here in this game room, so I'm excited to kind of take you around and show you around. This might be one of the smaller ones that I see, here featured on YouTube, but I still kind of like to show it off as kind of a video time capsule to kind of show how it's started and where it's all gone throughout all the process here. So come along with me and let's take a tour and see how this year is. We'll kind of start with like a quick pan. You'll probably notice that there are a lot of things that are different here so far if you've been following the series, but we'll kind of go over every section and kind of highlight them all to just kind of touch on everything here. And so we might as well start with the big centerpiece in the game room. It's right in the center, right behind the couch and right behind the actual kind of main gaming setup here. But this video game wall kind of features basically all games throughout all systems here, at least so far. There's still enough room to hold it all here on the shelf. In fact, I've been moving things off this shelf because it has been getting a little bit full, but I kind of started a new shelf for more just collectible stuff. But we have everything from NES on the very top here to even some Atari games. These kind of older systems haven't been growing in collection very much just because it's just kind of hard to get your hands on them, at least where I am. So a lot of these are just things that I've already collected, including all these kind of box games of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. And just kind of go down here the shelf. We've got a bunch of Wii games here as well. I do have more detailed videos that I can link in the description on going over a lot of these collections. And so I won't go over too many games, but I have a couple games, that I always like to highlight, like Rhythm Heaven Fever down here. That's just kind of a game that's hard to get your hands on. And of course, a bunch of the Wii games I always, of course, love. How do you not? That's basically what sold the system. And a bunch of Wii U games. I do try to pick up Wii U games as much as I can. You'll notice that the collection is getting a little out of hand because I have a 2-year-old that is back interested in this shelf here, and he is just having a heyday with it. And so I haven't had time to resort everything. The Switch games are definitely the worst, but I've got some games that are a little back and forth here. Here's a shelf that'll probably go when I have a chance. It's the Minecraft shelf. I just, kind of put in a lot of these like placeholder shelves. That way, once I get more Wii games or something like that, I can just fill the shelf. This shelf is definitely something to grow on. Everyone usually loves these. I have a video on my channel then remaking kind of these bottles here as well. Very easy, just take some Jones sodas and then just print some stickers on them. But everyone always loves these in videos, and I've debated doing more of the more recent perk bottles and featuring those as well, but have those at least at the moment. A couple plushies here and there. This would be another shelf if I have more box games, where I put more box games there. Just don't have more box games here yet at the moment. Some Super Nintendo games. Some notable ones to highlight would definitely be Super Mario RPG, which just came out with a new one here now on the Nintendo Switch. That's good that more people get to play that game. I've been playing a little bit of it when I have time, and I absolutely love it. It's a very fun game. Nintendo 64 games, I have the labels for them, but a lot of these labels I haven't labeled because the cases just look so bad. But that one wasn't too bad of an example, but most of the cases are just like really bad. And so I've been waiting to find new copies, but I haven't been finding too many new copies. So I haven't been able to grow that collection here much either. But moving on to like the Nintendo Switch games, as you can see, once again, this shelf was all turned sideways. I at least kind of re-straightened them here a little bit, but everything's out of order. I just haven't taken the time to reorganize, especially because he's still playing with the shelf, and that's fine that he plays with the shelf. So I might as well not reorganize just to have it all messed up here once again. Kind of still a sad PlayStation 5 collection. I haven't been playing the PlayStation 5 very much. I've just been playing so much Nintendo Switch here that takes up basically all my time, but perhaps I'll get into some PlayStation 5 games. A bunch of PlayStation 4 games as well that you can look over, and if you want to pause, you can definitely check out. PlayStation 3 I was very big into. but I mainly played Call of Duty games back then. So, and not much of a collection there. I'm probably missing a lot of people's favorite games, especially from like the PS3. But that's just kind of where I was, at least at that moment in time. I have some GameCube games. Of course, I wish I could find more of these out in the wild too at garage sales, but you can only find so much. A notable highlight is that I do have the Game Boy player with the Game Boy disc. I was able to get that for pretty darn cheap actually back in the day, so good pickup there. I have been growing Xbox games as much as I can. I will pick up Xbox games up whenever I find them. You still just don't, honestly in my area, you just don't find much. But I have been picking them up when I can. So I've got a little bit of an Xbox collection going. I never had one growing up, so I'm basically building the collection here from scratch. And some PS2 games. I never had the PS2 growing up here as well, but the PS2 collection is definitely growing. And the Amiibos collection has been getting massively out of whack here too, because this is a lot of fun for a 2-year-old to play with these figures. And so I'll reorganize them at some point. But I have a video then where I added this lighting to the Amiibo shelf. It turned out really nice, and it adds a little bit of splash of color behind me when I'm streaming, which we'll go over then the streaming section here later. Up on top, we have every color of Wii. It was just kind of a good crown, I thought, to the top of the game shelf. Picked these up a long time ago, and I've always featured them on the top. This was one giant change. I used to have all these Amiibos Amiibo lining my doors, but that just did not look very good. And so I moved them all up here, which I think that they look fantastic. I think it filled the spot nicely, but I have ran out of room here again with the Amiibo. And I just don't think a third row will look good. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think adding another row will make it look too clustered, but I'm debating on what to do. In fact, I kind of wondered about moving this, which has always been kind of like the centerpiece here, and finally filling the middle with an Amiibo, and maybe taking this and potentially putting it on this wall and just covering up this window. I've been adding stuff to this window just to kind of block it. Not that I'm fully trying to block out the light and become like a cave dweller down here or anything, but just debated it's not really a pretty window by any means, and you can't actually really see through it or anything, so debated just taking that and putting it over there and then filling in that spot then maybe with some Amiibo. It would probably only run on top, being that the Wii's are down here, but it's definitely a possibility, so want to hear your opinions. Otherwise, I could also run it on the very, very top up over there is what I'm kind of thinking on some of the Amiibo that have been building up here now. Otherwise, this is kind of like a little temporary mock-up. I picked up these for a video and just kind of thought they'd be good little accent pieces in the game room. So I haven't nailed them in indefinitely, which is why that one's kind of sitting a little wonky there. But maybe it'd be fun to have these and maybe even the Wii Fit balance board and stuff, just kind of all up and down this wall is kind of what I was thinking. Some Wii accessories just to fill this white spot. I've, trying to fill these walls as much as I can. So it would be nice to maybe see this wall just kind of get all filled up with a bunch of different things. So that was kind of my idea. I'm not sure how I'd mount the Wii balance board or something on the wall there. But thinking about, anywhere where there's just these white walls, I just kind of want to fill with more and more video game memorabilia and stuff. And so as I pick up more things as well, then maybe it'll fill up the spots even better. I still have a manga shelf where I actually haven't been reading much manga lately, but I always invite people to take a look at what I have read, and you can definitely roast me in the comments or commend me on what I read. Go for it, have at it. A couple big, huge box stuff that I don't know where to go with. I kind of sit up on top of here, and I guess an old Steam controller. I don't know why that's not in the controller box, but I see that there now. And randomly sitting back here too, I don't know if I've ever featured this, but it's the only Laserdisc I ever own here. Just a giant, I wonder if I can open it while holding the camera here. It's just so cool, honestly. It's like a giant, vinyl record, but for movies. I won't take, I guess, the disc out unless people want to see a little bit more of that, but giant Laserdisc that just hides because it doesn't really make sense down here. And going down this shelf here, I've actually got some things coming now that I have purchased that is going to fill kind of this bottom hole that really hasn't had much in it. But those, I should be making a few videos with that stuff here coming soon after I get everything all in-house here. But my gold PlayStation, what am I talking about? My gold Nintendo 64 up top with 3 gold controllers. The Pokemon XD GameCube there that was given to me by Crimson, thanks so much. The Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch, I did steal the Joy-Cons off. An Intellivision 2, an Atari Pong system, and then I believe this one was an Amazon exclusive blue color variant. Sorry, you're probably just looking at my legs, but in the reflection, but it's hard to get that. I should have probably just opened the case. But there you go. A blue PlayStation 3 there featured there as well. This table may look kind of like a mess. In fact, I was going to pick these up and get them out of here from some videos that I made, plus my kid's toys that he just doesn't really play with anymore because he's kind of gotten too old for that. But this table has actually basically kind of become the video idea for a lot of shorts. I've got a couple products here that I plan on making videos on. Of course, we've been doing these Amiibo card openings where I've got a bunch of these more Amiibo cards on their way to fill my binder full of Animal Crossing Amiibo cards. It's really, really close at the time of recording this video. And a lot of people always wonder what I do with the duplicates. I have them all stacked here, and I actually have them listed on my coffee shop just as bulk sale now. For if anyone, a lot of people always say, oh, I'll take your duplicates. Well, they're listed on my coffee shop. They're not free, of course, but I have them listed pretty cheap just to try to cycle through them. This over here is the retro corner. I've added, I think these are all new this year. I added a couple just of my vinyl records to it, and I have made a video kind of highlighting this, but it kind of adds just that little bit of splash of artwork on the wall there too, with the vinyl record there on top, VHS player, and then of course the original NES, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo 64. We got the Nintendo 64 just panning through Super Mario 64 here now, plus a bunch of VHS tapes up on top that are just fun to pop in. I was watching Home Alone earlier because it's almost December and it feels good to watch that. I kind of want to take this keyboard and another one that I have coming, being that I don't plan on actually using this often, and maybe seeing if it will mount on the walls here. I think that would look really cool, being that it just kind of matches the aesthetic over here. And it's kind of like a flex, so I'm sorry about that. But I would grab it and use it if I do need a secondary keyboard for anything. But yeah, I did kind of just buy this because it looks absolutely amazing. And I just love having it here in the collection. But and it just kind of, even though it's modern, matches the retro aesthetic there. And then going on over here, let's get a good shot of just the center here. I still have all my consoles mounted, or at least the main ones that I always play with, mounted on the walls. It's kind of just a fun centerpiece of the game room here as well to match the video game shelf behind me here. And we still got then the PlayStation 4 mounted, a mount for the Nintendo Switch mounted here on the wall, which the Switch is in the computer station over here. I threw on Astro's Playroom for kind of the video here. Underneath, I've got an Xbox S, I believe is what that is, or Xbox One S or whatever there, that I never usually touch. It's basically a 4K player if I ever need one, which I almost never do anyways. I've got a GameCube and then also a PlayStation 2 PlayStation 3, and then that Atari VCS, I believe I said that right. I picked that up for like $10 or something like that. Heck of a deal. I plugged it in and checked it out, and it's basically sat there ever since. But it was just a good deal, so why not pick it up? The TV is like an LG OLED 4K TV. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely we use it all the time for movie nights. I bought it, for the PlayStation 5, even though I haven't played the PlayStation 5 very much myself. But I still definitely enjoy the TV. It's been great. And up here, I kind of think about this board was basically just that. I did nothing to it. I just cut this board and put it up there. But I think I'm thinking about getting a longer board there to feature more just boxes and maybe move the posters that are there. They could maybe go down there. Just having a huge long-running board potentially up there. I think that would look really nice, and then I could feature a lot more boxes and utilize that space a lot more. Also PlayStation 5 up there, and the Wii U, which does still get some use here every now and then. So, and especially for playing Wii games, it's great to play Wii games on the Wii U there. So, but yeah, that's the kind of the main gaming station here. Absolutely love the center and everything, but this has been a huge change over here. And that's because we still do a lot of streaming here on Wednesdays and Fridays here currently on the channel. And we have been doing upgrades after upgrades over here. This is the original computer built like 10 years ago here now at this point. And it definitely served its purpose. It was dying on us constantly, and it was just old and slow, but just didn't have the means to upgrade. In fact, in my last video recap, I think I was still using a tablet to read chat, and I had just one monitor with everything running through on it, and so I basically had to have the chat alongside me with just like YouTube Studio, so I could make sure the stream was still live, and have a second monitor now thanks to a fan in the chat, and actually sent that over, which was huge, amazing, and I've always been grateful for that. But then ever since then, we have been actually being able to use like what we've earned like through YouTube monetization and everything now to upgrade the streaming kind of station and everything like that. And that's probably what I take up like a majority of time besides making YouTube shorts. And so I actually just picked this up today and installed it. So I now have dual key lights, which just makes the lighting way better. I've got a Sony camera, which I can't remember what it is, but if I get it, I can link it in the description down below. And I finally started utilizing my Stream Deck down here. It does everything now. I've got so much on here now. In fact, I knew it could control your hue lights, which is what I have. And so now I can even just by a flip of a switch, set my whole lights to what I want while I'm streaming. I've got multiple different modes here that I can just pop in between. Sorry, not trying to change the camera too much, but and maybe make you all motion sick, but that is huge. I love just being able to do that by a flip of the switch, and everything else I can control my key lights, turn everything on. So I'm actually utilizing this massively. I've got the Elgato like wavelength microphone that can be pulled up in front, and then of course we built this PC. We did a PC building stream, and we went all out building like the ultimate streaming PC. There we are going to feature the members that were members of the channel before we built this PC. I have everything done. I'm just so forgetful, and I haven't got I've got custom bird because it kind of matches our channel here with I might even have one nearby. Whoop, here we go. Custom birds for the original members that are going to go on the PC here once I finally get it in. So embarrassed that I haven't got that set up here yet. But I'll have to list everything in another video or maybe in this video description on what's in the PC for those that are interested, because I definitely don't remember them all off the top of my head. I talked about eliminating the Amiibo graveyard, but it's back because, like we said, we filled up the actual Amiibo shelf. So we've got an Amiibo graveyard here once again, including a broken one that my kid broke, but that's fine. We'll be able to fix that. So Amiibo graveyard is back, and we will just have to get that back on the shelf. And big man, I just can't get over how huge he is. I know he's like a standard 2-pack, but holy crap, big man, that is a huge Amiibo for like the same cost as the others. I don't know how that works. Big time. Always in the live stream chats, sent this over. Those bird stickers that we made, printed on a canvas. Thanks so much. I think this is finally me recognizing that here in a video. I've got this game stacked here because I plan on making another YouTube video with that. So just kind of some recent pickups that we've had. And this is brand new here as well. This whole shelf is kind of the extra stuff that we have been putting on here. A lot of these have been featured in shorts, or you know, just are things that I've already had here in the system, or I mean in the game room, but just needed a spot to hold more items, and so we finally have a spot here that holds it. Even this amazing Wii Sports Brunswick Nintendo Wii carrying bag and the bowling ball, fun stuff like that. But it's been great to also actually have a little bit more space and fill these shelves, or fill this empty wall, because this wall was just blank here before, so it gives it a purpose here as well. Setting up for Christmas, this is all I've got here so far. I'm gonna add some more lights, but otherwise that's basically everything. We do a little bit of a sweep of the game room, and it's kind of a smaller game room, like I said. Definitely bigger than others. In fact, I started in a guest bedroom in an apartment building, and now I'm here at this point. But fun to kind of keep growing the game collection year after year, and just kind of noting the changes that we do along the way. It's just kind of fun to see the whole process and everything, especially when there's big changes like right over here with the whole kind of just actual like streaming battle station that we've got over here. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm just in love with this. Like, no joke, it's just perfect for what we need, and it just gets the job done so well. In fact, now that we've got that stream deck a little bit more set up, I'm just excited to see where everything can keep going with the live streams and everything like that. I'd love to stream a little bit more, but it's just hard between actual work and also raising a child, because I want to do everything all at once. But so maybe at the future, you know, we can always stream a little bit more, but you know, always want to make sure that family's first and everything like that too. So still happy to do it 2 days a week, and especially in a setup like this, it just feels like it's at home. But yeah, that's kind of the game room here for 2023. Hope you all enjoyed the tour here and everything. If you like this kind of content, check out my channel, because there's kind of a lot of other videos detailing more of these setups in closer look down below, or just on the channel here itself. But yeah, thanks for watching this video, and hey, I hope that we'll see you in the next video. Have a good one now. Peace.